What is going on, Pisces? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct, and this is going to be your reading for the full moon in Sagittarius. That's going to be coming up over the weekend. All right, so this is a general reading. It may not resonate with everybody, but if it does resonate with you, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things to help the channel out, and it lets me know if the reading helps you out in some type of way. If it doesn't resonate with you, you can always check out the previous reading I did for Pisces or your moon or rising sign, and that could definitely bring you some clarity. All right, so we're going to be hopping into your present energy right here first, like we always do it, and then after that we'll see what's going on with your futuristic energy going into the end of June, beginning of July, right? Now, if you guys don't already follow me on IG, you should. That's Chris Anthony 14LBS. That'll be in the description if you want to go follow me on IG. And personal readings are also open to the public. So if you want a more personal experience with me, that will be in the description of the video. You can just email me, okay? Pisces gang, what's going on? Let's get it. Let's hop right into your reading and see what's going on. So, crowning your reading, up top we have the Three of Wands clarified by the King of Pentacles. So I do feel like in this time, around this full moon cycle, you guys are definitely thinking about expansion. You're thinking about the ideas that you've been working on, the things that you've been trying to build for yourself. The Three of Wands a lot of times talks about something that we already have going when it comes down to projects we're trying to build, career paths, businesses, whatever it could be, something that you have been building already and you're thinking about expanding it even more. You're thinking about new ways to transform it, new opportunities, new people to connect with, network with, collaborate with. This is talking about moving forward into the vision for your life. So you guys do have your eyes set on something that you want to expand. You're working on something, toiling with something that you kind of want to grow, right? This is also the cards of waiting for your ships to come in. But with this card in Pisces, I feel like you're definitely headed towards your ships. I don't feel like there's a waiting energy that's happening here. I feel more like a proactive energy that Pisces is taking on, and you're wanting to expand as much as you can, right? You do have your back turned on some of the things that you've been dealing with in the past, maybe like a past cycle. And I do feel like it's kind of like a newer cycle that you're looking forward to. And it does have a lot to do with your finances and your abundance, right? You're looking at the King of Pentacles energy, where you want to be in the future. Totally stable, financially wealthy, financially free, right? The King of Pentacles is abundant with what he has produced for himself. He also knows how to maintain his abundance and his wealth, right? So I think a lot of you guys right now are focused on finances. You're focused on your coins, just like this King of Pentacles is. He is holding it close to his chest. So whatever you're working with and building, you know, you could definitely be invested in it energetically and emotionally, mentally also. And you could have all of your focus on building abundance inside of your world, expanding yourself, right, to the point that you have that abundance in your life. The Three of Wands also talks about kind of getting out of your comfort zone, right? Going from outside of, or going outside of the borders that you're usually in, right? And I think in order to expand to this level and this point that you kind of want to reach, you are going to have to kind of almost like swim against the current, right? Or take yourself outside of those comfortable feelings or comfortable places and stretch yourself a little bit. This is what the Three of Wands is alluding to or symbolizes, right? And so I think that a lot of Pisces are on this journey. You're on kind of like this trajectory to end up in this place where the King of Pentacles is here, where kind of like you've built your empire, or you've built, you know, your abundance, and then you can lavish in it and enjoy it. And this is kind of what you're envisioning for your life right now, moving forward, Pisces. So this is definitely talking about a new cycle that a new portal, I believe, that you're heading in, right? You've already kind of like embarked on this journey, and you're just continuing to stay consistent and disciplined in order to get to the place that you envision for yourself. Now, right below that, we have the Ten of Swords, and it's clarified by the Justice card. So, Ten of Swords does talk about a completion, right? And that's what I'm definitely feeling with Pisces. There is a brand new cycle beginning. But this Ten of Swords is talking about the older cycle that you guys could have been in, where there was a lot of pain in this old cycle. There was a lot of mental angst, you know, or anxiety, or just struggles that you had to endure. All right, the Ten of Swords also talks about some betrayal. It talks about loss. It talks about disappointments that happened maybe over a course of time, right? When we're at the 10, this is a cycle being completed. So that means there was a lot of time that you guys were inside of this cycle, maybe 10 months, maybe 10 years, right? Where it was just kind of painful. Things were not working out like you wanted it to. You learned a lot of harsh lessons, right? You had to maybe repeat a lot of different cycles. You failed at a lot of certain things. But the good thing is that you have the Justice card here, so this speaks about your endurance, this speaks about completion, and it also talks about karmic retribution. So a lot of you guys were kind of clearing your karma in this older cycle that you've been in, where you kind of felt a lot of this pain and hurt and trauma. And now it's like your ships are coming in, because with the Three of Wands, we have the ships coming in, but the Justice card talks about karmic retribution, karmic payback, right? For all of the trouble that you've been through, all the lessons that you've learned, all the seeds that you planted, right? That probably were not growing previously because of the cycle you were in. Now it's time for those to kind of like sprout. Now it's time for the tables to turn, right? For a shift to happen. And a new cycle brings in kind of like the rewards that should have been experienced in the older cycle, but the divine timing wasn't right, right? So now parts of your life, let's say, or mentally places that you were unstable, right? Because it was kind of like a hard, rocky cycle that you were in, a dark night of the soul type of cycle. Those places are kind of like being smoothed out now, and balance is coming in with this Justice card. Payback is coming in, right? Now, this could definitely have to do with opportunities that kind of did not come in the last cycle, connections that didn't come in, relationships that kind of were wrong or didn't work out. Something could at least be coming back full circle, or newer opportunities or relationships or connections could be coming in for you with this Justice card. Because once we end this hard cycle, then we have to get paid the karmic retribution for the lessons you learned and the things that you completed karmically, right? And then the new cycle begins. So before you walk off into this brand new cycle, before you hop on that ship and go to the other side, right, of the ocean, you first have to kind of like be rewarded. You know, at the end of the school year, right? When you used to be in school, they used to have kind of like the award day in elementary school or middle school, wherever it was for you. And a lot of people would be rewarded for the things that they did during the whole school year. And it's kind of like is what I'm feeling with the Pisces, right? Like if you had perfect attendance in school for that whole year, that you would get a perfect attendance award. Or if you made honor roll every semester, then you would get rewarded for being an honor student, or different things like that. So it's kind of like the feeling I get here, especially with this being a major arcana card, is kind of like the universe has been watching your progress, watching how you handled certain situations that were hard to deal with, hard to bear, where your character, you know, stayed intact. A lot of things like that. So you're about to kind of like be rewarded for those hard lessons that you had to learn and deal with, the hard places that you were in. Let's keep it moving. Then we have the Six of Pentacles clarified by the Nine of Swords. So this could represent something that you were a part of recently, Pisces, where you felt like there was not equal give and take. This could be in a job situation, in a social situation. It could be a relationship situation or a connection, right? Where you felt like maybe you could have been given more so than someone else, right? You were kind of investing your time and energy, but not getting the reciprocation of that, right? So some of you guys could have definitely been worried about that. With the Nine of Swords here, it talks about that mental anxiety, the worry, the stress, right, that comes along with things kind of like not playing out how you thought they would play out. So if you were recently in a connection, or, you know, a past connection that you could have been in where you just were not getting what you gave into it, could have definitely have some of you Pisces stressed out, because Pisces is definitely a giving, loving, nurturing type of sign. And when we give that into, you know, individuals, or give that into environment, and we kind of don't receive that back, that does place you in type of a place of, you know, like mental anxiety, because you're wondering, like, why am I not getting back what I'm putting into it? So I do feel like this was also part of kind of like a cycle being wrapped up, right? Even recently, you could have been like in some type of connection where it just wasn't playing out how you thought it would be, and it kind of felt like swords in your back, right? Or in your mind, like you don't understand it. What is happening? Why is this not moving forward? Or why am I investing energy and time and emotions and not getting back what I invest in, right? So recently, or in the past, you could have kind of had that Nine of Swords, worrying, anxious, stressed out energy. All right, but justice is definitely coming in, kind of bringing balance back to that, or this type of situation that's in the past or in the present. Now, right under that, we have the Two of Wands energy, which is talking about embarking in a new direction, embarking on a new trip, right? And this is what I feel like most of you Pisces have kind of already been in this place energetically, because the Three of Wands is here. And if not, then you're deciding to kind of like take and embark on something brand new after the completion of an older cycle that just was not that satisfying, right? Ten of Swords is not satisfaction at all. It's stress, it's pain, it's hard lessons, it's kind of like shadow work. A lot of things happen that just didn't go your way. But when the Justice card comes in, it's kind of like pushing you out towards a brand new cycle that you're about to begin and embark on. And you've made a decision to go in a certain direction. Like I say, you have your eyes set on something for your future that you want to build, that you want to participate in. And around this full moon, you could start to begin a lot of communication concerning this path that you're wanting to take. Eight of Wands here talks about quick, fast movement, communication, traction, right, coming in. So something could be kind of starting to gain traction that you're working on or working with. You could kind of get a lot of confirmation that's coming in, a lot of messages that are coming in that are telling you like you're headed in the right direction, you're doing the right thing, you're investing your time and energy in the right place. And this kind of like pushes you forward even more to continue to go to that Three of Wands position where you're building, you're expanding, you're coming up with new ideas, you're tweaking certain things, you're continuing to invest, you're being more consistent and more disciplined, right? So I do feel like around the full moon, some people could have these communications coming in, whether it's emails, text messages, calls, right? Something just can come in and kind of bring you a lot of confirmation when it comes down to something that you had your eyes set on. And this could be anything, right? Since this is a general reading, it could be something that you wanted to invest in financially. It could be a new career path or job. It could be a new relationship. It could be a new connection or a social circle. It could be a group that you're participating with and collaborating with, anything along those lines. But the Eight of Wands a lot of times here talks about some type of confirmation that comes in quickly. A lot of back and forth messages, a lot of action that comes in and kind of brings movement and shifts you from out of a place where, let's say, if you were thinking about embarking on something new, now you get like the push and the actual tangible evidence that that's the right direction to head in with the Eight of Wands. Now, this could definitely be because of the karmic justice that's going to be coming in, where you're kind of like reaping the benefits of an older cycle you were in, or a more recent situation where it kind of didn't pay off. Let's say if you were at a job where you just felt very uncomfortable, very stressed out, you were giving into this and it just wasn't work out. You decided, to head in a different direction with the Two of Wands, or start investing your time in a different place. Then it's kind of like you get that confirmation that you were waiting on to show you like this was the right decision. You were supposed to do this. Here you go, here you go. And the justice comes in and brings that balance. All right, so then we have the Ace of Swords clarified by the Ace of Cups. Two aces. Two aces talking about brand new beginnings, brand new starts, the greatest potential, right? And with the Ace of Swords, this is talking about some clarity that comes in, some revelation that comes in. Right, where it could be explaining something about the vision that you have that kind of clears up, or for a lot of you guys, I'm feeling like something is cleared up, something is revealed to you, even in the aspect of love or a certain relationship or connection that you were in, where maybe you didn't have all the facts, which is why you were kind of feeling this type of energy, stressed out about it. Let's say a connection that you were given into, but you weren't receiving the connection or energy back, and it kind of had you confused. Now something is coming in that kind of is bringing clarity. So this could definitely be information that's coming in from another person that you were dealing with, or if it's not a love connection, then this could be information coming in from the path that you're choosing to embark on. And like I said, that Eight of Wands information that's coming in quickly is revealing some things to you and bringing you clarity. The Ace of Swords talks about clarity of mind. It talks about a brand new mentality that could be coming in for you. And then we have the Ace of Cups talking about emotional fulfillment that's coming in the area of love, or doing something that you love, or being in an environment that you love. All of this is talking about brand new energy, and with it being two aces, it's kind of like a double whammy that's coming in for you, Pisces. That brings your mind in a place of balance and stability, and brings a brand new mentality into you, and also your heart space, your emotions, your emotional state, bringing you emotional fulfillment. And for a lot of you people, or Pisces people, this could definitely be a brand new love relationship that's coming in. Because looking at some of your other cards, I'm definitely feeling that under the deck, we have the Ten of Cups here, talking about emotional fulfillment. Once again, being totally content in your emotional state, being totally content in your emotional world, and you kind of being in a place where you're fulfilling yourself emotionally, right? And attracting things externally that matches your internal energy, right? That law of attraction. But this brand new cycle is coming in, and it's bringing you that emotional fulfillment, that mental clarity at the same time. And this is the justice, I believe, that is coming in and wrapping up this older cycle where you just were not feeling that clarity of mind and emotional fulfillment in the environment that you were in. Now that it's being completed and closed out, and you're deciding to go on this brand new journey in the brand new direction, you get the confirmation that comes in and kind of like seals the deal, and the communication that comes into you. And then you get this clarity and emotional fulfillment, this whole energy that you're moving forward in and attracting, right? This level of abundance. So I'm definitely loving this energy that you're in, Pisces. Let's see what's happening in your future energy. So we have the Seven of Wands. We have the Empress card. We have the Six of Cups, and then the King of Cups. So with the Seven of Wands energy, This is the defensive energy, kind of being on guard a little bit. And you could be on guard or on the defense when it comes down to either a karmic connection that you were in. Maybe you could have someone coming back and circling back around that you could have been in connection with in the past, but you felt like it was a karmic connection, or you felt like it was, one of those strong, addictive type of connections where it triggered a lot of hurt in you, or it triggered a lot of kind of like suppressed emotions and pain and brought it up to the surface. This is what that devil card connection is about. A very strong attraction and soul tie with someone, but you're kind of defensive about it. Now, on the other hand, this could just be a strong attraction that you have with someone, and because the attraction is so strong, it kind of makes you have your guard up a little bit, because you're like, whoa, like that's very strong. And it kind of has you kind of like taken aback a little bit, where you're like, okay, let's go a little bit slower, right? If it's a very strong magnetic attraction. Now, for some of you other people, you could definitely be in defense and moving farther away from kind of like your dark energy, that addictive energy, that shadow kind of side where you're indulging too much in lower vibrations. You're wanting to separate yourself from these lower vibrations or environments that kind of like invoke lower vibrations in you. And you're kind of on guard when it comes down to your energy, protecting your energy and staying away from things that are addictive or environments that are kind of dark. So I see a couple of scenarios here, but I definitely feel that this could be a connection that you have with someone, even from the either from the past or presently, where it's just kind of like a darker energy that you kind of want to stay away from a little bit. Or like I said, it's a very strong attraction that you're kind of on guard about. Even though you could be very attracted and you like this person, you're just like, why is the attraction that strong? So then we come down and we have the Empress energy here. Empress represents the creative side of ourselves, right? The abundance, the attractiveness, the nurturing side of yourself that kind of wants to come out to the surface. The Empress is the mother of the tarot, so this is definitely talking about the feminine principle that some of you Pisces could be definitely moving in when it comes down to building your empire, because the Empress is a ruler. And everything up under her power, or up under her authority flourishes and grows, and she's very fertile. So you could be in a place coming in mid-month June, around the full moon, where you're definitely very fertile. And so if you are dealing with somebody in some type of connection that's very sexual and very attractive, you definitely want to be careful. Yeah, might want to wrap it up. So, because you could be definitely fertile at the moment. That goes for men and women. But you do have a King of Wands that you could be attracting. So it could be a fire sign or somebody who's very fiery and passionate coming into your world. And you could be attracting them with that Empress energy, because you're very productive right now. You're building something. You're inside of your craft or inside of your art, or building your business, very focused on your life's work and your life's path. You're in your power, in your authority, and you could be very well attracting a fire sign, because I do feel this is another person that could be kind of seeing you from the far, and this could be the person that you have this very strong attraction to, and they are attracted to you too, and so it's very magnetic that you could be being pulled into this. But because we have the Six of Cups down here, and this definitely is talking about that soulmate energy, it could possibly be someone from the past that you've felt this energy with before. which is why you're kind of protective and on guard. Now, the Six of Cups clarified by the Ten of Swords means that you could have some history with this person. And this could have been the person that put you through this whole period in time of stress and emotional turmoil and disappointment. And they could be wanting to kind of come back around and have some type of new beginning with you. Or this could be a brand new person that is kind of reminding you or triggering some of those older emotions that you've felt in the past cycle. And if that's happening, then that's probably because you are kind of wrapping up this older cycle. So any of the older residue that you have, right? If someone is coming in and kind of like triggering that in you, is kind of coming to the surface just so it can be cleared once and for all, is what I'm feeling. But I feel a couple of scenarios, right? I do feel someone from the past could be coming in that you didn't have a great time with. And because the Justice card is here, they could be coming in and it's almost like that tables being turned scenario where they come in and now they are attracted to you or they want to be around you. But you're definitely blocking this for a lot of Pisces. Like, you're like, nah, I would rather not deal with the past. I want to go into something that's brand new. Right? You're heading in this brand new direction. And so if there is a past lover coming in, I kind of doubt that you're going to be welcoming of them because of the history, so much history that happened in the past that surrounded a lot of hurt and pain and disappointment. So yeah, right under that last card in the reading, we had the King of Cups. So this is definitely your energy, Pisces. You being at a place of emotional maturity, being at a place of emotional balance, leveled out, grounded in your emotions. And it's clarified by the Three of Cups. So Three of Cups could either be talking about a reunion that is trying to come in, like I'm seeing here some type of reunion, something coming around full circle with a soulmate that you were with in the past, a soulmate that you had a very strong connection to. For some of you guys, it could definitely be the twin flame type of feeling that I'm kind of picking up, where it's kind of like coming around for a circle. And some of you guys could be having a reunion, or the reunion is kind of coming in and being offered to you, right? Because Three of Cups represents a reunion. Or this could just be a celebration of your own energy, your own maturity and leveling up that you've seen in yourself, Pisces. Because you're definitely walking into a newer level. You're definitely completing a major life cycle and starting a new one. And I know we hear that a lot of times when it comes down to readings. We kind of hear it all the time. But I'm picking that up only because we have the Ace of Swords here and the Ace of Cups here. And then we have the Ten of Swords twice, which is talking about a completion of a cycle you were in that was definitely hard to deal with. Where you had to definitely deal with a lot of thoughts that were not happy thoughts, right? So I feel like you're celebrating this brand new cycle, this brand new you, right? Where you have kind of grown emotionally, you've grown within your attributes, right? That makes you a Pisces. You've matured as a Pisces. And now this Pisces is able to swim above water, right? And kind of like not be overwhelmed by their emotions, but be in a place where they're in power over their emotions. So you're definitely celebrating this. You could be becoming more social and wanting to kind of like celebrate this new cycle, this new path that you're on, right? Go out, have some fun, have some drinks with friends. But definitely on the other end, this could be some type of reunion that wants to come in for you. With all these different love cards that I'm seeing. Six of Cups, Ace of Cups, right? Two of Wands with the Eight of Wands, a lot of communication that's coming in your way. So yeah, I see a couple of different scenarios happening for you guys around the full moon. But the major theme I'm feeling is that there is a wrapping up of a cycle. The residue kind of has to be wrapped up, and now you're in a place of receiving these karmic rewards, which is coming in the form of newfound clarity and newfound emotional fulfillment in any form, right? So hopefully that resonated with you, Pisces. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up right there for you. And if it resonated, definitely like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys on the next reading.